Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Alex.
No basketball practice tonight.
Look who has joined us this evening.
So exciting.
So
The
excited.
NBA let me off for one night.
The NBA.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so it looks like, who do we have on here? Anybody there yet? I see eyes, but
I see two people. Yeah.
okay, Mike, the Macalinans are here. Joe is here. Hi, guys. Welcome. Welcome. Karen's here.
Oh gosh, there's no wine in your glasses.
Ah, what's happening? Joe says, hi, Alex.
Hi, Joe. Miss you, Joe.
Oh, are you eating pecans, Mike? Steve and Joy are here. Marcello, we started selling pecans from Alex's
Nice.
farm. So
Nice. I love pecans.
yeah, so some of our friends on here have bags of pecans to go with their tasting tonight.
Perfect.
So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Anyway, so welcome, Marcello. We're so happy to have you back. Thank you for joining us again.
Of course.
Everybody was very excited to hear that you were coming back. So
I'm very happy to hear that.
I think we may have a couple people on that are new that haven't met you before. So if you want to reintroduce yourself and tell us what you do.
Sure. So my name is Marcello Palazzi, and I am the Italian portfolio specialist with Winebo in several states in the United States. Obviously, I live in Florida, in South Florida, Naples, Florida. So I am very active in the Florida market, and my goal and my focus is to represent and share all these beautiful Italian family winery that we have in our book. And I'm very happy to be here again to show some of those great wines and some very new wines from Florida that we just brought in a few months ago.
Awesome. Hey, Mike Taylor's here. Hello. Okay, that sounds good. Are we excited to try?
We are. We're ready.
Let's cheers to Marcello.
Cheers,
Cheers
Marcello.
to all of you. Happy New Year. I mean, that's a first tasting of the year for me with you guys.
Oh, yay.
And also, apparently, it's National Drink Wine Day. Several people texted me and let me know. So cheers to that.
Yes. Happy National Drinking Day.
I found out yesterday was National Drink Wine Day, too.
Every day. So today we are going to have 5 wines from Italy. We're gonna actually explore 3 different regions, and we're gonna be in Tuscany for 2 wines, 2 wines in Puglia, and 1 wine in Molise. So the first one that actually we start is actually a very, very new wine from Florida. It just arrived literally like a couple weeks ago. It is from Puglia. It's the Botromagno, this beautiful label. It's an organic white wine, and it is a blend of 2 grapes, Greco and Fiano. Those 2 grapes are typical from south of Italy, and the wine is very light, unoaked, crispy, very as an aperitif. It is a really very refreshing white wine, and I thought they will work very well in Florida. Actually, I brought this wine from New York. I arrived in New York first, and I brought down to Florida because I really love this wine. The owner of the winery, that 2 good friends of mine, Alberto and Beniamino D'Agostino, they're 2 brothers. They make some great wines, and this is their new project, white wine that I really enjoy. It's lemony, very, very refreshing. So I hope you guys enjoy as well. So it's an unpremiere because nobody yet, I didn't do any virtual, any tasting with this wine yet. You are the first one.
Oh,
Well, cheers.
That is so like fancy.
Well, if I had to come back, I thought if I was coming back with you guys, I had to bring something very exciting. So you are the first people in Florida to have this wine in your shop.
Wow.
Yay! We love that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like this. It's I taste when I first tasted, I tasted a lot of green apple. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
And pear.
a
Yeah.
little bit of pear, maybe.
Yeah.
So imagine this one. I always tell people this one. It's a perfect aperitif white wine. It's light. It is crispy. It has a little fruit, but it's not too rich. I love personally. I had a few samples bottles, and I enjoy this one with the spaghetti with clams, just white, simple spaghetti with clams. So delicious. The clams usually when you cook with a little white wine and garlic gives a little kind of sweetness, and like scallops as well. They become a little sweet when you cook them. And with this wine, with the high acidity, it works very well. We are in Puglia, in the south of Italy, right here, but we are inland in Puglia. We are not on the coast. We are inland, so it's a higher elevation, roughly 1,000 feet above sea level. So that's why the Botromagno winery can actually do a very nice white wine with a good acidity, because inland in the Gravina area. So I really love. If you like seafood, you should try this with spaghetti with white clams. Very, very nice.
Yeah, I think that acidity would
Balance that out.
really go well with
Yeah.
seafood. You can taste it on the back end.
You're talking me into clams, and I don't even like clams.
You
I'm
don't?
like,
Oh.
yes, I think I would with this wine.
Got to go to Jazzy's and get some clams.
Gonna have
No,
to try
I'll
it.
make it for you.
I love
Yeah.
Karen comment. The nose is sweet and the taste is so crispy, great with fruit and cheese. Yes, I love that. On the nose, it seems to be a little bit sweet and fruity, but then it's very crisp, and I absolutely agree with her. And that's why I like this one with the clams. Also, Beniamino is a big fan of sushi. He loves sushi, and this wine, I think it goes very well with sushi as well. I'm a big fan of sushi, and I think it's really a good alternative to sushi because of that. It's has this fruit, nice fruit component, but it's very crisp, so it works well with some kind of this food.
So I just want to tell people that the cheese that we paired with it is the Vermont Creamery goat cheese. It's on the far side there.
Okay.
So there's two very similar looking cheeses on there, but one of them has herbs in it, and the Vermont Creamery goat cheese is just plain. So if you're trying to figure out which one that is, and it's in cubes, it's in the one that's in cubes. That one is super creamy, and we have not had this cheese in here. We've had different Vermont Creamery cheeses, and people have been big fans of it. This is the first time we've tried the goat, just the classic goat cheese.
Wow.
Well, I think with a very creamy cheesy, this one goes very well because it's really cuts through the richness of the cream cheese. So it's perfect. Maybe if you have a very aged and sharp cheese, you want to have a different wine. But this one, I think it goes very well because it's a very creamy cheese. So it should work very well with this wine. One thing that I want our friends to remember: this white wine, it's a blend of two grapes, exactly 50% each. 50% Greco. Greco is a white grape. The etymology of the name comes from Greece. So it's actually a grape that was brought from the Romans from Greece to South Italy. And Fiano, it is another very famous white grapes from south of Italy. That comes from Apianum wine, means the wines of the bees, because the Romans saw that the bees, they were attracted to those grapes because it has a little bit more fruit sugar residual. So they call the Apianum wine, so the wine of the bees. So you have these two very ancient varietal of not just of south of Italy, but of Italy. And it's called Greco and Fiano.
Piano like piano.
Yeah, actually, I love Botromagno. They're very modern with their packaging. On the back on the label, you can actually see the two grapes, the blend. I love that they're more like consumer friendly. Some Italian winery, they don't do that, but
Right.
more and more often now we see producers that are going to be a little bit more consumer friendly. So on the back on the label, explain the blend. So if you're looking for Italian wine, if on the front it doesn't say in the grape, turn the bottle, maybe in the back you will find the blend.
Very nice.
It's very
Yeah.
nice.
Good choice.
Yes.
Thank you for bringing that to us.
Yes,
Yes.
that's so
Yeah.
exciting.
So people really love this wine all around, it looks like.
Yeah.
Love it. And also don't forget, I love that it's organic. Actually today, we didn't do that on purpose, but I was just looking at the wines and we have 4 of them that are organic. They're all made with organic. And that's actually, it shows you how it's kind of typical and normal in many Italian winery, family-owned wine to have organic wines. Now they start putting on the label, like Botromagno and Colle Massari as well. They start putting on the label, but sometimes Italian wines, they are organic, but they don't put on the label the organic farm, just because for them it's the normality. But I thought it was very interesting that we have almost all the wines that are made with organic farming.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And Kate has this one listed for $18 at the shop. So I think that's
It's a steal.
it's a steal.
It's a steal.
I love this one. Thank you. I don't know how you're going to top that one.
Oh no, we will. But the thing that I love to people to remember, that it's always with Italian wines, it's always fun to bring something new. So this one is really, if you want to be the cool, kid on the block, if you want to bring something fun, we are so lucky to have this beautiful warm weather. Imagine your friends that buy a beautiful bottle, they hang out at the pool with some, seafood, just some cheese, some, creamy cheese, just, enjoying the afternoon, the weekend. It's a great wine, really, to enjoy. Simple, refreshing, and I think, it should do very well.
So Joe was saying that she put her cheese on a green apple, I think she said.
Oh.
And she said it was really good.
that
Oh,
was
maybe
good.
she just said apple. I just envisioned a green apple.
Yeah. Everything about
But
this
anyway, yeah, that sounds delicious.
bottle. Okay.
Good.
First.
So, we are moving to the second wine, and now we are going from Puglia all the way to Tuscany. So on the map here, we're gonna be right here. We're gonna get in our Cinquecento, Fiat Cinquecento, and we're gonna drive all the way up to Tuscany. Okay. So now we are in a village called San Gimignano. It's a very small village, very famous between Florence and Siena. So this village is very famous because it's for 2 things. First of all, it's one of the most old middle-age castle in Tuscany. As well, San Gimignano is part of the UNESCO World Heritage in Tuscany. So that's very unique. And the wine that we're tasting, it's made with a grape called Vernaccia. Vernaccia is the name of the grape, but also gives the name to the appellation, Vernaccia di San Gimignano. I know it's not easy to remember this name, but that's my job. So nobody else should remember. That's how I keep my job. But on the label, you can see it's Vernaccia is the grape, San Gimignano is the village. And actually, this is another very important wine. I'm very happy that we select this one because this wine was the very first white DOC in Italy in 1966. So this one was the very first DOC wine. Yes, Vernaccia di San Gimignano. This one was the very first appellation for white wine authorized in Italy in 1966, and then it became a DOCG, the highest appellation, in 93. So again, it's a wine with so many heritage, history from the city, from the village, from the appellation. And sometimes people, they kind of not take serious this wine because Tuscany, it's famous for a lot of reds, great reds wine. But Tuscany also has this, this very important record to have the very first white wine DOC from Italy called Vernaccia di San Gimignano. This wine is also organic, 100% farming organic. and the wine it's a little bit drier. So Vernaccia always has this a little bitter finish, a little bit, but it's a very mineral. I would say has a little bit more body to the previous white wine. But again, a great salinity, great white wine to enjoy with food.
This is
Yeah,
this is
really nice
really
as well.
yeah. This is a really nice wine. Really mild, you know, like mild, smooth, velvet. Like for a white wine to be like almost like velvety.
Mm,
You know,
Yeah. that's amazing.
That's
this
good.
is like yummy. But what are you smelling in it, Alex?
I mean,
I'm just curious to know if our friends, if they had before the Vernaccia or is the first time.
I don't know that. I don't know that I've ever had Vernaccia.
no, I don't remember. I don't remember
Anybody
tasting it
else?
on our journey over here either.
No.
This might be the first one, although yeah, I think so.
I don't remember this great, but I'm not a good rememberer. So,
Okay.
so Karen would know.
Karen,
Yeah.
let us know.
Well, also remember that the appellation requires for at least 85% Vernaccia, but they're allowed up to 10-15% of other grapes like Riesling or Sauvignon Blanc. This one is 100% Vernaccia, but sometimes producers they're allowed to use also Riesling and Sauvignon Blanc in their blend.
I don't remember tasting this one yet.
No.
We've tasted a lot, but
Well,
No, we haven't.
so yeah, I definitely haven't tasted it anywhere outside of here, and I don't think we have on our tastings
Mhm.
either. But just so people are asking about the cheese, the cheese is the other goat cheese. It's another goat cheese, which I don't really typically do. There's a lot of goat cheese on the cheese plate today. But this one is the Purple Haze from Cypress Grove. And it is blended with lavender and fennel and lavender pollen.
Mm.
So it's a little herby and a little floral and also super creamy. But
That is really nice. That lavender really kicks in. And the fennel. That's yummy. Yum. Ooh, I love that.
Yeah,
Is this the
delicious.
same cheese you had before from Purple Haze, or this is
Mhm.
different?
Cypress Grove
Or
is
Cypress.
so Cypress Grove makes Humboldt Fog.
Oh,
Yes. So Humboldt Fog is their big, claim to fame there. But it's just a different cheese from the same people.
One suggestion for our friends, because this one, as you can see, does very well with cheese. To incorporate that with a more like a easy family dish. I love this wine if you pair with the bucatini cacio e pepe, the Italian kind of cheese spaghetti with pepper. Also, if you want to get a little bit, just with the kind of a cheese pasta, you can call it mac and cheese if you want to do more American style. But in Italy, we call quattro formaggi. So if you do imagine a beautiful ravioli or gnocchi with 4 cheeses, very creamy, very rich with this beautiful body, it's another great pairing.
So that's interesting. So any of you who have the cheese plate, try it if you can with the last cheese, which is it's in cubes. Also, it looks a little bit more like a Parmesan or something. That's a Gruyere cheddar kind of blend. That's the karst, and that is supposedly, we haven't tried it, but a phenomenal cheese for mac and cheese. So what we would call mac and cheese, a little more upscale version. So
Hold on, Alex and I will give you our professional opinion.
Chocolate skulls. Yes, it's a winner.
throw a little pasta in there.
Yeah, that would be delicious. Yum.
Really nice.
Okay, Karen, our secretary, our unofficial secretary, says she can't find Vernaccia.
Okay, so so tonight. So far, you got 2 first. We got the first one was it's the very first time that we are tasting this wine in Florida.
Yes.
Second wine, it was the very first white wine DOC appellation in Italy in 1966, and it is a very ancient appellation in Tuscany called Vernaccia di San Gimignano. So far we got two kind of first for tonight tasting. So again, you guys doing this tasting for a year now, and we can still bring new wines and new things to our friends. So I think it's pretty amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, really good.
This one is really good. I love this one.
I know they're so different.
Very
it's
different.
got a little more body to it. It's
Yeah, but it's not heavy.
Yeah, at all.
You can
Yeah.
drink it on a hot day.
Do you
outside.
feel it's a little bitter in the finish? Has the little bitter kind of finish compared to the first one?
A little what?
A little bitter
Bitter?
Bitter,
compared to the first.
sour, like a little sour than the other one.
Yeah.
I don't taste that.
Maybe a
No, I'm just curious because that's what we usually when we do tasting with the some panels. That's what they usually say about Vernaccia. There's this a little bitter finish. And
little.
We're no sommelier
Sommeliers.
panel, you know.
I mean,
I'm just
come on now, Alex.
I'm just sharing. You know, when we sniff the glass for 2 hours and drink it, that's what we.
Yeah,
We're
it's
well on our
a
way.
little on the back end. Yeah, how many wines do you got to taste to be a sommelier?
A lot. A lot.
We're on our way.
We're working on it.
We're working on it.
I think you guys are, because you know you tasting so many grapes. You know, last week was with the you had the French wine, and you have wine from all over the world. I mean, mix it up. Very interesting.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Hey, we like our wine. That was really good. Thank
Okay,
you for
so
those.
you thought he
Good
couldn't
choices.
top the first one.
I know, and then the second one, that was
I
really.
kind of like the second one better than the first one.
Well, I do too, but I wonder if you went back to the first one, if you'd like
Because
that
you know what, the first one I would say you would want like
By the pool.
by the
Like you
pool.
said.
Yeah,
one. Right
like
on the boat.
on the boat.
On the boat.
I agree. I always tell people wines, it's like clothes, right?
Yeah.
So you will not wear your underwear or your t-shirt where you go to a Publix, right, to buy groceries. So some wines you want to keep by the pool. Some wines you can, it's like when you wear the shirt or the jacket. So each wine, it's like, think about a piece of your clothes, right? So from like a lighter shirt, shorts, long pants, dressy jacket, hat. So I think the same with the wine. So I think that this one can be your trunk suit by the pool, and then the Vernaccia is your short t-shirts, polo t-shirt. And now we're gonna move to the red. So we're gonna put some long sleeve and some a little bit more classy.
Yeah.
I like the way you describe it.
Marcello, Barry is saying hello. He's popped on here.
Hi, Barry.
Hey Barry, ciao.
Great.
Tasting some wine. some
Joy
good
says
ones.
she can drink wine in any clothes.
That's true. I'm just
Very talented.
you can do that too.
You're very talented.
But it's funny, when he's describing that, I'm like, looking at him in his different outfits with his wine accessory. Like, okay, like this is what I'm wearing. Love
So,
that, Marcello.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Now, with our Fiat 500, we're not going to need too much gasoline because we are still in Tuscany, so we're not going to go too far. We just go from the Florence Siena area going down to the coast of Tuscany in an area called Montecucco. And tonight, I want all our friends and you guys learn and pronounce this word, Montecucco.
Montecucco.
Perfect. I love it. You guys can do it. So Montecucco is the name of the village, also the name of the appellation. And it's very interesting because many people are familiar with Montalcino, with the Brunellos, the very famous wines. Also, other people are very familiar with the Bolgheri, with the Super Tuscan. But between those two areas, between Montalcino and Bolgheri, in the middle, there is Montecucco. And Montecucco are great wines because you get the minerality from Montalcino, but the fruit and the large richness from Bolgheri wine. So this wine, it's called Rigoleto. That's the name of the river that goes through the estate, and it's all estate bottle, organic farm, and is mostly Sangiovese with a little touch of Ciliegiolo. Ciliegiolo, it's a grape that gives color to the wine. It comes from ciliegia, in Italian means cherry, and Montepulciano. So it's a beautiful red blend from this area in Tuscany, and very, very few people, most of the times when I present this wine to wine buyers, they never heard the Montecucco appellation, DOC, but it is a upcoming appellation in Tuscany between the Montalcino and the Bolgheri. So it's a great value for beautiful red blends wine, mostly made with Sangiovese.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
This is a Kate wine.
Beautiful, beautiful.
It's a beautiful.
And, the color is really nice.
Wow.
And I love saying Montecucco.
Montecucco.
Bravo.
Cool.
Bravo. Beautiful. Remember, I always like you guys to look very cool with your friends. It's so fun to see the people, the face of people when they drop their face when you tell them, I'm going to show you a red wine from Tuscany that you never heard before, the appellation. And they say, oh, no, we know Super Tosca, we know Chianti, we know Montalcino, we know Vino Nobile. And then you tell them, do you know Montecucco? And everybody say, what? Montecucco. It is, I'm telling you, now it's going to be a little bit more familiar, but in the next 5 years, it's going to be the most, one of the most rated appellation in Tuscany. Great wines, still under the radar, great value, beautiful expression. And this producer, the one that you have here today, called Massari, it's a leader in the appellation. They have the largest estate. It's all estate bottle, all organic farm. In 2014, this winery won the best winery of Italy from the Rosso. It's an amazing winery, and I think this wine really shows the elegance of this wine. I'm just curious, how much are you selling this wine to your consumer?
$20.
Beautiful.
$20.
Come on. If I say just think about this, family owned, all estate bottle means they own all the land, organic farm from Tuscany, $20. It sounds like 2016 vintage. So it's a wine that has a little some age on. I mean, that's a win-win situation.
That's a Montecucco.
And Montecucco, yes.
I love that word.
So I'm a little embarrassed, but the next cheese is a goat cheese.
Bring it on. Is it this one?
Yeah, but this is
It's the white. Show them what it looks like.
it's like a
strong.
long and skinny.
Yeah, long and skinny. And that is a goat cheese from Ireland. And it's a goat Gouda.
Goat Gouda.
So I mean, they're all very different. I was like, okay, well,
So creamy.
it's fine. I mean, usually you do all cow's milk, so they're all goat's milk, but they're all very different. So
This is one of my favorite cheeses that you carry.
yes,
I
that
love
was-
this one.
That's a good.
And I love the combination because you know how explosive can be a combination of Ireland and Italian. You put together, that's a bomb. So I think this combination, it just, it works very well together. You put those two crazy countries together, it's something delicious to come out.
This pairing makes
Somebody's going to get hurt.
Yes, you're right. Look, I'm going to have a little bit more of this Montecucco.
Listen,
Oh, I love
the pairing
this
on
wine.
this is so good. Like the wine tastes so much different with the Gouda.
So I don't want to be repetitive, but so far,
We might have to take
We had-
some
Monte-
so far we had, I just want to do a little recap. We had the very first time we have the white blend from Puglia in the state of Florida, so nobody had before, so it's a new wine. The second one, we had the checked from our treasury that we never had before, so it's another new wine, the Vernaccia. And now I'm pretty sure if I ask your friends on the chat if they ever had the Montecucco before, I already know the answer. I think they never had Montecucco before, right?
Nobody's had a Montecucco.
Gotta come to GG.
So it kind of sounds like, you know, a little crazy. Montecucco, it sounds like your cucco, your loco, but it's actually an appellation. And I think so far it's amazing how we 3 on 3, we had the 3 wines, very unique, first time ever from all of our friends that are tasting these wines.
Marcello, you're setting the bar really high.
Okay.
Killing it.
Karen says it's good with the meats. You guys try this
Oh,
one.
okay, I'll
Try
it.
that
I gotta
one.
Get a little more.
Get a little bit
A
more.
little more Montecucco.
What is this? The cap?
That is.
That's the hot one. Sopressata?
It's not sopressata. It is salchichon.
Salchichon.
Hold on, let me tell you.
What is negative?
Mm.
Good.
For maybe he had maybe Mike had the Montecucco before. If you did, Mike, I'm
Saying no. He's saying no. Okay. And Becky says unless it's a house wine in an Italian restaurant.
Guess what? If you go in Montecucco village and you ask for red wine, they will bring you the Montecucco Rosso. Unless you were in Montecucco doing some eating and drinking.
Oh my gosh. Mm.
That's good. That's funny. Yes.
But this is definitely a Kate and Alex wine.
Oh gosh,
Love
it's
it.
perfect.
Yeah.
So
they-
I love. I saw somebody in the comment say the spice and smokiness. I like those 2 adjectives for this wine.
Yep.
Really good.
It's like a mouthful.
Karen,
It's yummy.
All right, we got some Canadians on. Hi, Canada.
nice.
Who are the Canucks?
It's Mike and Becky's friends
Oh,
in
welcome.
Canada. So hi guys.
They're Canadian
Oh my gosh.
support friends.
So the map is here. Somebody asked the map. So in Tuscany, we are on the coast. It's close to the coast. It's before Bolgheri and after Montalcino. So it's kind of 40 minutes from the coast of Tuscany.
Okay.
I love your map.
Oh, thank you.
Cool.
It's very good too. I like to know where they are.
I
you
love
know?
maps. I need a map.
Alex. I love it. I know. I think I say that to everything, Joy. Yum. Yum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
delicious.
Delicious.
So we went from our trunk suit by the pool. Then we put our shorts. Then we put our t-shirt, you know, the polo t-shirt. Now moving on, after this wine, we're gonna start putting some long pants on, okay?
We're putting pants on?
No, not just pants, proper pants.
Oh, proper.
Proper pants.
No sweatpants.
No sweatpants.
No yoga pants.
No COVID pants? What?
I'm out.
They have to have a button and a zipper?
I'm out.
Okay, so this wine, now we have to actually make sure that we have enough gasoline in our Fiat 500 because we have to go back south to Italy. So we are leaving Montecucco. We're going to make sure we say ciao ciao to Montecucco village. And we're going to drive all the way down. We're going to go across the Apennine mountains. So in Italy has in the middle has the Apennine, is like the spine of the mountains in Italy. They divide Italy from east to west. We had to cross them, and we go to a region called Molise. Molise, it's a region that people are familiar, even Italians, actually, because back in the days, Molise was all one region with Abruzzo and used to be called Abruzzi. Abruzzi, it was Abruzzo and Molise. You see on the map, Abruzzo is just north. Abruzzo is just north of Molise. So Abruzzo and Molise was one region before. It was called Abruzzi. They asked the independence, the autonomy. In 1961, they got the independent autonomy. So now you have Abruzzo and Molise. It's a very small rural farmer region, and they're famous for a lot of local product for cheese, for the mozzarella di bufala, and many other things. And this producer, the Majo Norante, is a noble family in the land of Molise. They are Marquis, and they're making wine since the 1800s. Luigi was the grandfather, and now Alessio, the son, runs the winery. And in this area, Romans used to make wines back in the days. This wine, it's a beautiful, beautiful blend. It's 85% Montepulciano that gives the richness, the soft tannins, the beautiful ripeness, and Aglianico, 15%. Aglianico is one of the most tanning, strong red grape of south of Italy. So Aglianico gives the structure, the muscle, and the tannin to this wine. And this wine, I tell people, I compare this wine with many full body red blend because an incredible value, all estate bottle, also organic farmed. And this wine for people that like full body red wine with a very silky tannins, this is a great wine.
Yeah,
This
this
is
is solid.
great. Yeah. Like this, I smell licorice and raisins and cherry, but it's very soft. It's not a heavy wine at all.
I mean, I just don't understand how every wine is better than the last. I'm like, oh my God,
I like
this
this
wine is phenomenal. And
This is our burger one.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. We're going camping tomorrow and we're trying to decide what to bring. And I'm like, well, we'll bring that.
All
Well, we'll
of
bring
them?
that. Well, we'll bring that. You know, I guess we're
Well,
going to bring them.
the thing about this wine also to remind, it's many times always gets on top 100 West Potato as one of the best value and the top rated. So this one again, probably with your price, guys, it will be like $3 a bottle, $2. I don't know because your price are crazy. But what's the price for this wine?
That I just looked at it and I'm like, oh, this must be like $40 or something. No, it's 19.
$19. That's again,
That's
that's another bargain. Remember, this wine, if you do a blind tasting, this wine, it will it really impress people because it's the reason why it's such a good price because it's from a very unknown region, Molise, that nobody knows, even Italians, they don't know Molise. It is a beautiful red blend. Montepulciano gives the color, the smoothness, the very nice cherry notes, and Aglianico gives the structure, the tannin. And this wine, it's if you look on West Potato, every other year it gets on top 100 best value. This vintage was 90 points West Potato. I mean, it's really a great value wine. Again, family owned, all estate, organic farm.
That's wonderful.
I still can't get over the way it smells versus the way it tastes. Like like the way it smells, you think it's going to be like super heavy, like maybe some tannins, but it is so light.
But
It's
so
smooth.
that's the Sangiovese, like, right, that gives it the lightness.
I don't know,
And
is
then-
that
and then
right?
Sorry?
The Sangiovese gives it a little more of the lightness, right? And then you were saying the 15.
This one has a Montepulciano and Aglianico. There is no Sangiovese.
Sorry, Montepulciano.
Yes,
Okay.
Montepulciano, you're right. It gives the soft aspect, yes.
And then, but what was the 15% again? It was the
85% on the back of the label. That's another good thing. So on the back of the label, it tells you the blend. So 85% is Montepulciano, 15% is Aglianico. That's another thing you can look on the back of the label.
it's that 15% that gives it the muscle.
Yes, correct. 50% Aglianico. Aglianico is a grape also that is very ancient grape. It comes from the word Hellenicum, means from Greece. The Romans brought this grape from Greece to south of Italy, and Aglianico now is considered one of the most important full body dry red grape of south of Italy.
Oh, that's really cool.
That's cool. I love that.
So
Is this one organic? Sorry.
Yes, Becky. Not all wines are organic. Only one, the last one, is not going to be organic farm, but the first 4 wines they were all organic farmed.
Oh,
So the cheese that we paired with this one is the Mediterranean Gouda,
Okay.
which is the one that amazes me every time. That you can pair it with almost any wine. Like this cheese, it's so crazy because it's got all the the herbs and
olives and sun-dried tomato.
Yeah,
it's like a meal in a slice of cheese.
But it scared me at first, but it goes so well with the wines. And this wine, I think in particular, is perfect for that.
That's a great pairing. I think I say that too.
If you want to get, if we're thinking of pairing outside cheeses, for dinner, I love this wine with like a very, very easy but yet rustic Italian dish like pasta with tomato, sausage, and peppers.
Yeah,
Really good, simple. All these great flavors, typical of the Southern Italian cuisine. And it doesn't cost too much to make the dish, and you will make a lot of friends. With this kind of pasta, really, really good.
we just made that the other night.
Yeah.
We didn't have this wine though.
We should have.
Darn it, we should have.
Really nice.
I can totally taste that with that meal, though. I mean, literally, we had it 2 nights ago, and I'm like, oh, this would have been perfect.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's actually one of my favorite wines. As a matter of fact, I do every other Friday. I do Marcello Friday wine pick, and this one it's my wine pick for this Friday tomorrow. I'm gonna talk about this wine because I really love this wine. Great family. Alessio Di Maio, it's such a great, fun, crazy, loving person, and his wines really reflect his personality.
I love this one.
Which cheese? What does that say? Which cheese was the small cubes? Yellow. That's the karst,
That's for the last.
and that's for the last wine. So that's the one. That's the cheddar Gruyere blend.
Really nice.
This is really nice. I would say this is like Christy would drink this. Christy would have this.
Oh yeah,
Are we talking
you
about
would.
Christy?
Yeah, we're talking about
now?
Christy.
Christy would do it. Oh my gosh. Okay,
Yeah.
well, if Christy would do it, I would.
Yeah, this is really nice. I really like this one. I could almost do this with like a nice like pizza, like flatbread, like with some really nice. Yeah, I think you could do it with anything. Right?
I mean, yeah, I would.
Cheese.
Do you want me to order Domino's?
No.
Usually when I tell people, I always tell like follow the grapes heritage where they're coming from for the food. So for example, this wine has Montepulciano. It's very typical from the central part of Italy, and Aglianico from the south. So actually, you can incorporate food from central Italy and from the south. So in this case, central Italy, think about pasta, right? Tomato, like the lasagna, the spaghetti bolognese, misa, and the south that brings you all these fresh vegetables, eggplant, peppers, all this cheese. So if you combine those two, you really can match the wine. This wine brings together those two grapes, so you should bring those food together from central Italy and south of Italy.
I love that approach.
I'm telling you what, if Marcello is up to it, maybe like we can arrange this, I don't know, but a field trip with Marcello to Italy so we can like go and be like, he's like, okay, this wine, this food.
Okie dokie. Yes, that's next on the list.
I would love to.
As soon as
I
this
would
little
love to.
over.
Oh,
I have many places, many winery, many restaurants to show to all of you guys and share with all of you. Place that that people don't know about, but the food is amazing and people are so nice. And by the end of the night, maybe your table you're gonna find other people eating your table, but it's fine.
I mean this as the highest compliment, Marcello. This is like travels with Rick Steves, except there's wine and food focus in Italy. It's great. I mean, you take us to the place.
yes.
I feel like I can see it in my head when we talk about it. It's great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, and Barry says sausage and mushroom pizza, which
Yes, I agree. I totally agree with Barry. Mushrooms also, it's very So pizza is from south of Italy, all over Italy, but pizza is very common south. Mushroom, you find a little bit north of Italy in the mountains, and I think you combine together really works well. The mushroom gives you the earthiness typical of the Aglianico grape, but the sausage and the red tomato sauce gives you this very rich kind of component typical with the Montepulciano, very rich fruit forward. So I think it's perfect.
I love this one. Okay,
Julie, yes, we will take. You can come with us, no problem.
Let's
Yes.
try one more.
Yes,
right.
Julie, if we go, you're coming. Don't worry, you're in.
So now,
pour
after we put our long pants on, now we have to put our fancy Italian leather jacket on. Okay,
Oh, I should have brought my leather jacket.
that's the fancy Italian leather jacket. Okay, it's
Got
a
one.
black, dark, like a beautiful one color leather jacket. It's an Italian, so you should have at least 3 sizes smaller than what you wear, just to be European. Just to be very tiny, very tiny. But now we are going to Puglia. So we go back to the first region where we start, but in a different area. Now we are on the coast. So before, with the white wine, we were in inland. Now with this red Amativo from Cantele, we are on the coast. And this wine is probably, it's a wine that it's very rich, lush. There's so much passion. The name Amativo in Italian means loving it. Is actually comes from 2 words. Ama comes from Negro Amaro, one of the grape, and Tivo comes from Primitivo. So this is also a red blend of 2 grapes. Negro Amaro is actually says on the back. Primitivo is 60%. Negro Amaro is 40%. Primitivo gives a lot of fruit, high alcohol, and ripeness. Negro Amaro gives a little bit more of color and the dry component. This wine, it's a full body, rich, but still very, very silky tannins, and is a 2015 vintage. This wine, that's why I say the leather jacket. You know when you buy the leather jacket and they're so smooth and silky? This one is the same. It's so smooth, so silky. Imagine this wine with a beautiful grigliata, like a beautiful barbecue with the steak, ribeye, a skirt steak, a flank steak, beautiful meat. It is a really a special wine. It's a very small production wine. From the wine, they don't make more than 40,000 bottles each year. And it is a very, very unique grape from this blend, from this family, the Cantele, that it is a family-owned winery in the Salento area in Puglia.
That color is just, it's like light doesn't even get through that. It's beautiful. It's like a dark red. Really nice.
I pick up a lot of raisin in this, like dried fruit, cherry. That's what I'm picking up. Plum, maybe like plum. Do you think?
Yeah, plum. Yes, for sure. And the color is very dark. It comes from the Negro Amaro grape. Actually Negro Amaro. It comes from 2 words, one in Latin and one in Greek. That means dark. So the grape has a thick, dark skin. It gives a lot of color to the wine.
The color
it's
is
really
beautiful.
Yeah. It's a deep red.
What do you think, Kate?
Yeah, no, oh, sorry. I'm in my own world over here going, just taking it all in. Yes, but no, I do. I feel like, yes, very dark cherry, plum, like you said, like that. It's so rich. It's so smooth.
I mean, I see myself walking into an Italian steakhouse with my tuxedo on. And
yes.
I like that too.
House?
And it's one steakhouse.
Martini or 2, and then we have a bottle of this.
Oh my gosh. Well, they don't like it when you order martinis before dinner.
Oh.
No.
Remember?
Yeah. No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Marcello's like, no.
What? In Italy, you can't do that?
No, they don't like that.
All right.
No,
What
what we do after dinner, After dinner, if you go out in clubs, and then you can order your gin tonic, your tequila, yes. But before dinner, you have to
That's
have aperitivo. If you order a Aperol spritz or like a Negroni, it's okay. But if you order martini,
they're like, oh, look at this silly American.
All right.
it's
All right,
like it's
No
like
touch.
going.
Leather jacket. I won't order a martini.
Wine only. Okay, Marcello. Okay.
It's like if you go to Italy and you order a cappuccino after 11 o'clock, they know you're a tourist. If you order cappuccino after 11 o'clock, they know you're not from there.
Wait, 11. Why would I order a cappuccino after 11?
In the morning or no?
Yeah, at night.
Tourists, they do a lot. They go there like at 2 o'clock and they order a cappuccino.
2 o'clock in the what?
In the afternoon.
Yes.
Well, that seems like a reasonable time for a cappuccino. That's
No.
what
No,
I.
you cannot. That's the problem. You cannot. Cappuccino is just a breakfast beverage. So you have until 10 o'clock in the morning and 30. That's it.
There's a window.
Don't do it.
Okay, well, what do I order then?
Wine.
You order wine. You order wine.
Vino. Yes.
Vino.
Aperitivo. Aperitivo. It's 2 o'clock. You do aperitivo.
Oh,
It's time to relax.
2 o'clock.
Especially if you guys are in Italy, you're tourists. So why you don't have to work? You're on vacation. So have an aperitivo.
Even if you do have to work.
Well, we try to hold out till 5 o'clock most days.
No, not on vacation.
Barry's right. Or the other option, if you want some caffeine, you can order espresso. Espresso, you're allowed to drink espresso all day long. That's allowed.
Oh,
Cappuccino,
okay.
no.
Don't put milk with it.
Okay.
Bravo.
I
Bravo.
will
This
not.
is good information. I need to.
Alex is planning our trip in 5 years to.
So I see Mike, caffè lungo, yes, as long as more coffee. And Joy Huff say white 24-hour day. I love that. I don't know, but I love it.
Right. Well, my son Hayes really needs to go to Italy because of the cars.
Oh.
Oh wow.
My son Hayes, he's 9 years old. He loves Italian sports cars. I mean, who doesn't? But
I
It's
know.
expensive.
But Marcello, when you take us there as our guide, and Hayes isn't coming on our wine tasting
No.
trip.
oh,
Forget it. That's
No,
another
we're
trip.
we'll
Guess
do a
what? Guess what? You know that one of the wine that was one of the favorite pick of 2020, the Pico Macario Barbera, right? The Italiano, he has one of the largest Porsche racing Porsche collection in Piemonte. So if you can drive some fancy cars.
Wait. Do we drive fancy cars and then drink wine?
No.
Yes, you don't want to do the opposite.
That's what I thought she was asking. Do we drink wine and then drive?
Well,
fancy cars?
okay, I was a little confused. Like, we drive the cars? Okay.
You can, yes, you can. The only,
Okay.
in Piemonte, there's a lot of curves, so you want to make sure you do that before the wine.
Yeah.
good advice. Good advice.
So we already talked about the cheese pairing. It's the karst for this one, which was the cheddar Gruyere blend. It's not a blend, but that's kind of what it's based on. So, what is?
Well, I don't even know what that means. Autostrada.
Autostrada is the Italian highway.
Oh.
In Italy, the highway, they have these called autogrill, that our gas station, but they are very fancy. There's pretty much restaurants, some of the best sandwich. You can have dinner, lunch. So when you drive in Italy on the highway, you have the autogrill. It's a gas station with the fancy restaurants, and they make some of the greatest espresso. So that's what Barry is referring.
So Joy says to get a driver, but let me tell you, I've had a driver in Italy before. I don't know that I want a driver. And I was like, we're definitely going to die.
We're going to die.
I
I've got a driver in Italy. You're going to die.
happening?
Yeah.
Just close your eyes.
And don't ever get on the back of like a moped like with an Italian dude because you're definitely gonna die.
No. I would not do that.
So let me back up. You pull over on your highway and you gas up and get a fancy meal.
Well, that's the funny thing. It's not fancy for Italy, but for the tourists, everybody says, "Oh my God, they're so fat!" Because inside, those are not your normal gas station. They look beautiful, big bar. They have like 75 kind of paninis and the coffee machine. So it looks very, there's a lot of options. So it looks fancy because of that. But it's an Italian gas station. But for sure, there's no bananas. We don't sell bananas. You know what I mean? Like when you go to a gas station here, you find a banana. Say, I'm hungry. Get a banana.
Into an American one where it's like, grease all over the floor.
Yeah.
And
It's a little bit different. Imagine this. You go here in a gas station, there's bananas and greasy, whatever things rolling, moving on the thing. In Italy, you have these, the bartender, the girls and the guy, they look all like model, super cool. The paninis, they look like this crazy, beautiful panini with the mozzarella, prosciutto. You have all this beautiful pastry, chocolate. I mean, it's amazing. Like,
I'm living in the wrong country. That's what's
no,
happening.
you don't. We don't. We live in the right country. Just we need to make sure that we can go visit.
To fried bologna. Alex and I love that. Well, I'm from Ohio, so our my parents live right off the interstate. So I'm looking at like McDonald's or Love's truck stop.
Loves. Oh,
that's a lovely place.
Yeah, and people stop there.
When are we gonna go do our trip in Italy? We're gonna make many stops to Auto Grill. You will see. It's beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Are you driving?
Barry, are you coming? He's got a lot of comments. I think
He has to. He has to.
He seems like he's in.
Marcello, this has been quite the journey.
Thank you.
I mean, so typically we do like what's your favorites? It appears that most people it was like a home run, So
Really well done.
I agree with that. I love every single one of them. I don't really want to put them in order because I can't. But if you guys want to, you can.
Oh, here's Steve.
Steve said,
Oh, 5 is the best. He's a Kate.
Yeah, five's my favorite.
yes, Steve's a Kate for sure. Yeah,
Well,
five's the best.
5 and number 3 I really love too. That
One
send
and
you a Vessi like the Montecucco.
Bravo. Bravissimo.
Montecucco.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Don't forget Montecucco.
Montecucco. And what was number 4?
I mean, they were all. Really
Yeah, they were
delicious.
all.
Yeah.
You outdid yourself.
I'm glad you guys enjoy, and it's always nice to.
These are ones you've never tasted.
Yeah, so guys,
and that's the fun part.
the first wine was the one that nobody has in Florida yet.
Correct.
Yeah.
You're the first tonight. I'm not joking. This is the very first event I'm doing with this wine in Florida. So, you guys are the first.
Oh, we're gonna post about that tomorrow. I mean, that one. I mean, honestly, that needs to be. We need to be poolside.
So the Macalinans and I think Mike Taylor's with them. He's a connoisseur of sorts, and they say 5 stars, 1 through 5, all. So
Thank
that's excellent. Great picks, Joy. Everyone, yeah. I mean, it appears to be.
We love the way you describe the wines. We love the way you're so knowledgeable, and it's so fun to be with you.
Thank you. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much.
Passionate about what you do.
It's
And
like the opposite of hanging out with me.
yeah, definitely.
No, you guys are too nice. You're too nice. Thank you.
And and I think it should be said again for those who missed it in the beginning is that you had 3 out of our customer picks 2020 overall. You had 3 of the favorite wines. So
Yes.
Before, I want to make sure that I share the credit with my 2 colleagues. So obviously with the Barry and also Brandon Whitemore, both are they are my people on the ground there close to you guys, and they help me picking the wines and choosing. So thank you to both of them, because they do a fantastic job up there, and I'm very happy to have them working with our wines.
What a great
Absolutely,
team.
great team.
Yeah, like
Great team.
perfect. So
It's perfect.
always, thank you guys so much. Cheers to
wait,
Barry and Brandon.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Alex has no wine.
Okay, cheers to Barry and Brandon and Wineboat and Marcello,
Yes.
of course. Thank you.
Cheers.
And
Thank
everyone
you.
out there, have a great weekend. And happy National Wine Drinking Day.
Yes, happy National Wine Day. Bye.
Ooh, that was a thing. Thank you, Marcello.
Take care.
Thank you.